Plaintiff David Fritz says although he and the defendant dated, they were in an open relationship. David claims after they ended their relationship, the defendant came to his house uninvited, demanding that he delete pictures of them off of his computer. And when he refused, she attacked his computer and vandalized his car. Defendant Jocelyn McKee denies that she and David were in an open relationship, but admits that she became jealous because he was constantly talking to his ex-girlfriends. Jocelyn claims that the pictures and videos she wanted David to delete were of a sexual nature, and she insists she never would have damaged the computer had he simply erased them.
Tell me what happened.
Well, basically, the defendant and I have been in a relationship for about 2.5 years that ultimately ended last fall. Right around that time, we were in an open relationship.
I love those.
I've heard of them a lot, but I always wonder, does that mean you all can kind of go out with the people together? You double date and then...
No, nothing like that.
What are you guys doing tonight? What you got up?
Gonna get lucky.
Yeah. You coming back to her house, or what are you guys up to? That's not how it goes?
We dated other people, and it was...
I know, but I'm asking, do you all see the other people?
No.
All right. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So you never saw her with the man?
No.
And she never saw you with the woman?
No.
Okay. And those are kind of the rules?
Pretty much,
of
yes.
an open relationship?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, anyways, towards the end of the relationship, things were a little hairy. We did continue to, see each other, and I think there were some jealousy issues there. And
jealousy regarding you seeing another woman?
Correct.
Okay.
And so it became kind of a rocky relationship between the two of us. Mm-hmm. And she tends to have a bit of a temper. When we'd fight, it would be pretty graphic. It'd be violent at times and destructive on other times.
Did she ever attack you physically?
On a few occasions, yes.
Let me hear some background from her before we get to the computer repairs and the auto repairs you're suing her for, ma'am.
Okay, first of all, as far as the open relationship, the relationship was more on and off. It wasn't open. When we were together, it was not open. That's where the jealousy came into play, where when I thought we were, just with each other, he'd have ex-girlfriends trying to contact him. He'd be in communication with them, sending back pictures back and forth that were just something.
Each time you all reconciled, you expected it to be permanent?
Yeah.
And he agreed to that?
Yeah.
He said, okay, and I won't see anyone else.
Right.
And I want to be with you from now on.
Right.
Okay.
Except he kept his profile on Match.com and still kept in contact with these other women. I didn't have any self-esteem pretty much left at that point because of all the insecurity that he put in my mind with all these other girls and the Match.com site, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Sir, what do you want to tell me about what you're suing her for?
She had came to my house uninvited, insisting that I delete photographs that we had of one another, on vacation.
They were not on vacation. They were explicit
at the beach
photographs.
or something, or?
Huh?
And videos, explicit videos and photographs that I wanted deleted. And I gave him an option. I told him.
From on the beach?
No, not on the beach.
There was photographs of, we've taken on vacation that she wanted deleted. She felt I wasn't entitled to any of that stuff anymore, being that we weren't seeing each other.
Was it of a sexual nature? Is that what you said?
The ones I wanted deleted were of a sexual nature.
Okay.
And those were the only ones I was concerned about.
You said there was a video?
There were videos that I wanted deleted as well. Mm-hmm. I was afraid what might happen with them after we were finished seeing each other.
Sir?
Well, anyways, yeah.
She came over. She wanted those items deleted. What was your response?
I said no.
Why?
Because they belong to me. She had the same copies of everything that she talked about. I didn't expect her to get rid of hers. It became kind of a violent, destructive struggle for the battle for these photographs.
She attacked you, or?
Yeah, there was some physical
I
confrontation
checked the
there.
computer, Your Honor, not him.
Oh, yeah, and then some.
Tell me exactly what happened. She said she attacked the computer, obviously breaking it.
She kicked at it, she stomped at it, she cracked the tower open, was yanking on wires.
But he had an option before I did all this. I gave him the option. I said,
You're right. You're right. Go ahead, sir.
There's another thing I need to add to that. She did manage to recover a disc that had some of this material on there. And I just wanted to add that a week later, she voluntarily gave it back to me.
All right.
So as far as that goes,
Let's get to the automobile. What happened with that?
about 3 weeks after that occasion, I had stopped by her place to pick up some window screens that she had damaged. She agreed to fix them, which was decent. And I
Okay,
said,
ma'am.
I did, he did come over to pick up the screens, and that's all true.
You damaged those as well?
I did, but I replaced them right away.
Then why are you suing for
this
them
is
again today?
leading up to the car repairs.
Okay. Thinking all these things she's done to you, I get them confused. Go ahead.
The damage to the car was happened the day I went to pick up the screens. We began to fight and argue.
Yeah, she shook today. She's not going to do anything to you in here, sir. All right? Don't worry.
Right.
Ma'am? You're not going to do anything.
No.
You're not going to do anything to her, period, right?
I was a different person then than I am
All
now.
right. So you're through with him?
Yes.
I mean, in terms of attacking him and destroying?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Well, why don't you tell him so he won't feel so nervous today? I can't
You're
even.
safe. You're safe.
All right. See, he's smiling now. There you go. He's smiling. His whole mood has changed. All right. Now maybe I can get the case out of you. Let's get to the car.
I was getting ready to leave. She felt she wasn't done. She ran to my car and keyed it on both sides.
Well,
Ma'am?
first of all, before that happened, he, once again, playing on my insecurities, received a phone call. I said, who was that? And he started saying, it doesn't matter, it's none of your business, this and that, which he would do all the time when he'd get phone calls.
And that would provoke you to violence?
It created insecurity in me that, he was, at this time, we were still going back and forth and with each other.
At least you didn't cut him. All right,
Yeah.
sir. You have your estimates. She admits to doing all this damage to you. In some quarters, they have a word that they refer to. They call them psycho. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that about you, but I'm just saying you exhibit that type of behavior.
I have a little crazy in me. I understand.
You have a little crazy in you.
little.
All right, see? All right. The judge knows what he's talking about half the time.
I really thought I was doing a service to the next woman he was going to be with by writing his name on the door, so carving the name on the door.
By carving his name on,
Both sides of the car.
how would that alert women to?
It was a little nickname I have for him.
I have pictures, Your Honor, if you'd like to see them.
Absolutely. What do you call him? Little David. Oh, okay. I don't want to see no more. I don't know what y'all were into. I know y'all were into sex tapes, and now you're talking some nickname. I'm gonna leave it alone. And with regard to the tapes, just a little point of information. If you tape someone with their consent, it's legal. If the other person has no knowledge and has not given you consent, then it is illegal in most states. The overwhelming number of states. Some states it's not. So, sounds like you all both knew, so there was nothing illegal about him taping it. And, you should have thought about that,
Absolutely.
You was in that sand on the beach. All right. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $2,195. You admit to doing all of it. Have a good day.